Hey drivers, Roy from Zonar here. Hey, me and my partner Eli, we've been on the road for a bit, and we're doing some sleeper splits and stuff, running on a team. So I just got done driving about 7 hours or so, I guess, and I'm ready to take a break. So Eli and I are going to switch, and we're going to talk about sleeper burst splits. Be right back. All right, now we're back on the way. We're doing like a 7 and 3 split thing. You know, you can do 8 and 2 or 7 and 3. We're doing 7 and 3, and so I'm getting ready to jump the bunk for my 7 hours. I've already done 3 earlier this morning, and so I'm going to jump the bunk for 7. So what my clocks are going to do, on the screen there's a little toggle switch. It says sleeper burst split. So you hit that, because Z-Logs doesn't know if you're going to be splitting your sleeper or not. And so hitting that little tab tells Z-Logs that, hey, I'm splitting my sleeper. Let's say during your 3 hours, you did a little bit of off duty on top of your sleeper, you know, the combination. You can do that in your short term. In your short 2 or 3 hours, you can be a combination of off duty or sleeper, but your 7 or 8 hours has to be in the sleeper uninterrupted. So let's say I took an hour off and jumped in the sleeper for 2 more hours. There's my 3, and I've hit the sleeper burst split toggle. So that tells Z-Logs, don't put me in violation when it comes up to, you know, taking my 7. So after I take my 7, now my 14-hour clock is going to reset. My 14 and 11 is going to reset, okay? But then it's going to take out what I did between that 3 hours and my start of my 7 hours. So I think I had about 7 hours of driving on duty. So that's going to take 7 hours away from the 14. So when I come out of my sleeper after my 7 hours, I'm going to have about 7 hours of on duty and what's the math? 6 hours of driving. So I'm going to go ahead now. We're driving now, but I can still change my duty status on the tablet. And while we're in motion, I can go ahead and change my duty status. So I'm just going to touch this duty status button on the nav screen, and all I got to do is put in my PIN. Now I'm going to change my duty status to sleeper berth. Boom. And now it's time for me to go to bed. All right, so once I get out of sleeper after my 7 hours, I've been on duty for about 8 hours or so. But my on duty and drive totals up to about 8 hours. So I come out of the sleeper bunk at my 7 hours. My 14-hour clock is going to look back to where my first 3-hour break ended. Take that 8 hours off of my 14. So that leaves me 6 more hours of on duty that I have available after my 7. So I can work that time, take another 3, then it's going to look back to where my 7 ended, deduct that work period from the 14, and so on and so forth. So you're kind of leapfrogging through. So I hope that clears something up about sleeper burst splits. It can be a little confusing, but just kind of think of it just kind of leapfrogging back and forth. You just look back at the last time you came out of the bunk and take that time off of your 14 and your 11, and you know how much time is left. But Z-Log does that for you, and just use that little sleeper berth toggle as really helpful. It just tells you how many hours that you got left. And I think that's about it for me for today. So I'm tired and I'm going to bed. So be safe out there. Thanks, Eli. We're all dependent on you. See you later. Nighty night.